The jeep rumbled along the dusty path, leaving the familiar sights of the Sariska Tiger Reserve behind. Our destination, Bhangarh Fort, a place whispered about in hushed tones. The air, thick with anticipation, crackled with unseen energy. As we journeyed deeper into the heartland of Rajasthan, the landscape shifted. Gone were the lush forests, replaced by rugged hills and thorny scrub. It was a stark beauty, untouched and untamed. Through the swirling dust, a silhouette emerged on a distant hilltop. Ajabgarh Fort, a silent sentinel guarding the approach to Bhangarh. Its crumbling ramparts seemed to watch our every move, stoking the fires of our curiosity. We pressed onward, the anticipation growing with every passing moment. Bhangarh Fort awaited, shrouded in mystery and veiled in shadow. A strange silence had descended upon the land. Gone were the calls of birds, the rustle of leaves. Even the wind seemed to tiptoe through the dry grass, whispering secrets we couldn't understand. The driver, his face etched with a mixture of fear and respect, spoke little. His silence amplified the eerie atmosphere, turning the journey into a pilgrimage into the unknown. As we drew closer to Bhangarh, the sun began its descent, casting long, ominous shadows across the barren landscape. The air grew heavy, laden with an almost tangible sense of foreboding. We were nearing our destination, yet it felt as if we were stepping beyond the veil of the known, into a realm where reality blurred with legend. Bhangarh Fort stood before us, an imposing skeleton against the fading light. Its once grand towers now scraped the sky, bearing silent witness to the passage of time. The air hung heavy, pregnant with unspoken stories and forgotten tragedies. This was once a thriving city, ruled by the Kachwaha Rajputs. Founded in 1573 by Bhagwant Singh, the fort echoed with the laughter of children, the murmur of merchants, the clang of the blacksmith's hammer. Now, silence reigned. The only sounds were the rustle of dry leaves and the mournful sigh of the wind, whistling through crumbling archways and empty windows. Bhangarh was a ghost of its former glory, a haunting reminder of the ephemeral nature of power and prosperity. Section 4. A Tale of Two Forts. The fates of Bhangarh and Ajabgarh were intertwined, linked by a shared history and a common thread of tragedy. Ajabgarh, perched high above, was more than just a watchful guardian. It was Bhangarh's elder sibling, built by the same Kachwaha Rajput lineage. Ajabgarh, named after Raja Ajab Singh, predated Bhangarh. It served as a strategic stronghold, its ramparts providing a commanding view of the surrounding plains. But while Ajabgarh stood strong, weathering the storms of time, Bhangarh succumbed to a more insidious fate, a curse whispered to be the root of its downfall. The connection between these two forts, once vibrant with life, now lay buried beneath layers of legend and the passage of centuries. Section 5. The Curse of the Sadhu. The story of Bhangarh's curse is as well known as it is tragic. It is said that a powerful ascetic, a sadhu, meditated within the fort's shadow. Angered by the construction that encroached upon his sacred space, he unleashed a terrible curse upon Bhangarh. The curse, whispered from generation to generation, declared that no soul would find peace within the fort's walls. It was a prophecy of doom, a sentence of eternal unrest. Whether the curse was real or simply a tale spun to explain the fort's abandonment, its impact was undeniable. Bhangarh remained deserted, a monument to the consequences of disrespecting the sacred. The fort stood as a stark reminder that some places are best left undisturbed, their stories whispered rather than shouted. Section 6. Bhangarh, a legacy of intrigue. Night had fallen by the time we left Bhangarh, the darkness mirroring the mysteries held within the fort's crumbling walls. The jeep bounced along the uneven path, our headlights cutting through the inky black like beacons in the void. As we journeyed back, the silence was no longer unsettling, it was contemplative. Bhangarh, with its eerie beauty and tragic history, had left an indelible mark on our souls. Whether a product of ancient curses or simply the passage of time, the desolation of Bhangarh was undeniable. It stood as a symbol of the impermanence of human endeavors, a stark reminder that even the grandest creations can crumble into dust. And yet there was beauty in its decay, a haunting allure that drew visitors and storytellers alike, each seeking to unravel the mysteries of Bhangarh.